All right, it is about that time. Thanks so much, Michael, for having us. Hey, Dylan.
Hey Stephanie, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm absolutely wonderful. Doing great, doing great.
Awesome.
I am happy to see you. You got a haircut, you look great, look nice.
Thank you, thank you.
And hello, everyone out there, agents, brokers. So excited to be with you guys here today. And thank you so much, RE Technology, for having us. So I'll kind of kick off introducing us a little bit, who we are. And my name is Stephanie Alfonso.
And my name's Dylan Handy.
Sorry. And basically, so Dylan and I, we work with the educational team here with Elm Street Technology. And what Dylan and I get to do is we travel all over the country to associations, MLS offices, brokerage offices, all over doing different conferences, teaching agents and brokers alike the do's and don'ts, tips and tricks, best practices and strategies for all areas of online marketing, social media marketing, lead generation, repeat and referral. I mean, you name it, we teach it. That's exactly what we are going to talk about here today, because we really want to set you guys up for success, to market like a social pro for 2022, to make your year the best year yet.
Yes,
Super excited. Yes, exactly. So a little bit about me, and then Dylan, I'll pass this over to you. So I live in Tampa, Florida. I've been here for over 26 years. And my husband and I, we have 4 daughters, 3 of which are in college. 1 is a junior in high school. So that definitely, as far as my personal life, keeps us very, very busy. But I definitely have a passion for teaching. When my kids were growing up, I taught dance as well for over 15 years. I was raised by a mortgage lender and a real estate agent. So it's just kind of bringing all of my worlds together, which is really, really awesome. And there's nothing I love more than to see agents succeed with their online presence, especially the past 2 years. It has just truly been such an awesome thing for me to just see agents be able to no longer have fear for online marketing and realize their potential with growing their business with online sources. So Dylan, a little bit about you, my friend.
Yeah, so similarly, I grew up in a real estate household as well. So I remember being a little kid, or at least seeing my father getting prepared for open houses on the weekends. And I've been actually involved in the real estate marketing industry the last 10 years. So it's in my blood. I'm really passionate about it. I grew up in the Boston area, so I should say I'm wicked excited to be here with everyone today. But now I recently moved to New York City, so I'm going to have to get that accent down here as well. So anyways, really excited to be here with you guys. We are so excited to educate you guys on social media marketing, how to turn your social media from a toy to a tool for your business, and really get you to be a social media rock star for 2022.
That's right, guys. We're going to turn you into that. So a little bit about our company, Elm Street Technology. Of course, you guys have heard of us through RE Technology. Amazing to be able to work with them. And what's really kind of cool and unique about our company is we continue to purchase best in class of real estate specific technology companies in order to be the leading provider of all areas of education, all under the umbrella we're proud to call Elevate. So guys, stay connected with us on social media at TryElevateRE. Guys, let's keep this education and this motivation going by kind of being VIP access to all of the videos and webinars we're doing. As a matter of fact, a few months ago, we launched a brand new class. Dylan, tell them a little bit about it.
Yeah, it's called Getting Social with Dylan, and it's a social media training class where we do once a month a different topic. We did Instagram last month. So if you guys want to learn a little bit more about that, go connect with us on Getting Social with Dylan as well for more continued education.
Yes, absolutely. It really, really is an awesome class. I've had a lot of my clients that have started following Dylan and they're like, oh, so cool. I love seeing this and that. So definitely go stay connected with him. So a couple housekeeping items, guys, for this webinar here today. I wish we could see all your beautiful faces, but unfortunately we can't. So let's use that chat box to stay as interactive as possible. We actually have panelists with our team here today, here to answer your questions live time as they come. Throw them in that chat box. If you raise your hand and we don't get to you, we are not ignoring you. We just have a lot of great content to get through. Throw that question in the chat box. We'll answer it. We'll go through it and check it periodically, answer questions live and out loud. So questions, comments, concerns, or if you just want to say, hey, what's up, Steph and Dylan, how's it going? We'd love to stay connected with you. Secondly, our classes are designed to motivate you, to inspire you, and to provide you with practical tools for you to implement in your business, not to overwhelm you. So that being said, if at any point during our webinar here today, you're like, I just have more questions, I'd like to, kind of deep dive a little bit further with my social presence or whatever, we're here to help you. Type schedule me in the chat box. Dylan or I, or a member of our team, we would be happy to hop on a Zoom with you, kind of go over things, what you've got great going on, what you don't got great going on, and see where we can fill in some gaps. So at any point, type schedule me and we'll schedule a time to meet one-on-one and hang out with us, guys. We're going to do some live Q&A once we're done here with our class. So hang tight, grab a notebook, grab your phone, take pictures of our slides. We're going to be in for some great, awesome information. You ready to dive in, Dylan?
Let's do this.
All right, cool. So I just want to kind of kick off with saying, guys, that really when it comes to your online presence, really your marketing, what's the goal? The goal of marketing, right, is to find your audience, have your audience find you, and then ultimately generate leads, right? So there's really kind of two forms of lead generation and traffic that we're going to focus on here today. There's the free side of lead generation that's going to come through your social media, all the different avenues of social media, SEO, how you're found organically in Google and the search engines. That's that search engine optimization you hear about all the time. And then there's the other avenue of paid lead generation. How do we accelerate the traffic and activity to your business, whether it be through pay-per-click campaigns, Google ads, social media ads? What are you actually investing into or looking to invest into for 2022 to accelerate that traffic and capture those hand raisers that are looking to buy or sell in your area? Both are equally as important. We're going to focus a whole lot today on the free side of it. So let's kind of kick off with social media. So question for you guys, and then Dylan, kind of dive into a little bit about what we hear with people is, guys, how many of you, by a show of hands, humor me here, throw that hand, find that hand raise button on the toolbox. How many of you guys have some form of social media? Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok. There you go. Yes, I see you guys. You guys have some form. Now, I want you guys to think about this. Out of you all, how many of you feel like you are utilizing your social media to its fullest potential to grow your business? Right? Probably a lot of you are like, oh, that's why I'm here. So what's holding you back? What are some of the areas that you're struggling with or you feel like is keeping you back from fully engaging? Dylan, what do you feel like we hear all the time when we're on the road?
Yeah, and guys, join this conversation. Use that chat box and type in what your weaknesses are. We want to hear from you. I'm happy to share, what we hear, but tell us, we want to hear from you. What are some of the weaknesses? Someone put time, right? Mm-hmm. Time is a big one. Every agent knows they need to be active, but yet, work happens, life happens. It's just the time. Or content. That's another one, Mike. Absolutely. New content, fresh content. What type of content should you be investing in? What type of content gets you the most engagement, interaction, and activity? Someone put a strategic plan, right? To keep people engaged, right? What is your plan? Social media isn't just about just putting a bunch out there and hope it sticks, right? Doing an active strategy, right? Or even just the knowledge of these platforms, or which platforms to invest in, or consistency. So yeah, you've got it right here, lack of consistency. So guys, let's identify what our own individual weaknesses are, and we're going to talk about how we can maximize them and even improve our own strengths as well. So let's dive into it.
Yeah, so the top 7 platforms, guys, that agents are just not fully utilizing in their online presence really comes down to their websites, blogs, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. First thing I'm going to tell you guys is that you have to be on every single one of these platforms, right? I know it's a little overwhelming and certainly time consuming, but guys, it is so important because there's a different demographic on each and every one of these. There's some overlap for sure, but ultimately you're going to have the opportunity to reach that larger audience by being on every single one of these platforms, right? Agents say all the time, oh, I have Facebook, I think I have a LinkedIn, I don't know the password. It's not enough to just be on them. You've got to be active and you've got to be consistent and intentional in order for it to really make a difference in your business, and it will. So we're going to talk about how we're going to grow your online presence utilizing these platforms at the same time building that SEO value. One of the best ways to build your SEO is through blogging. Dylan, you are the blogging master. Let's dive into this.
Yeah, and let me just add in another piece to that SEO conversation. Look, when we talk about SEO, building your value on Google and search engines, this is so important right now. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and it was talking about how the keyword home buying a process or process of buying a home increased during the pandemic 950% on Google. 950%. Now, that's no surprise. We've seen what this market's been like, right? But think about that. What are you doing right now to increase your SEO or Google value, your search engine value? And blogging is the best source to do that. Now, what is a blog? A blog is an online newsletter, and it's designed to make you look like an expert in something, right? You see health blog, cooking blog, fitness blog, a real estate blog, or an expert in real estate. The other benefit of blogging is content building. I'm sure you've heard this before, but content's king. Well, what does that mean? When you create a blog post, it forces search engines to go and read it, index it, analyze it, look at your keywords, and therefore increase your SEO value, right? It's the number one source to actually build your search engine value online. Now, you might be wondering, all right, I understand the value, but where do I begin? Well, most agents in this class probably have a website. Oh, good question. Linda's getting it right here. So look, most agents have a blog within their website. That is the first place I'm going to suggest you begin your blogging journey. All right. Now, don't panic if you don't have a website or your website doesn't have a blog. You can do a simple Google search of start a blog and you're going to have hundreds of options. I mean, some of the most popular are WordPress, Blogger.com, ActiveRain, even Elevate will show you a great program that can blog for you. But ultimately, if you have a website and it has a blogging feature, that is the place you should begin. And we're going to talk about the benefits of that later on here in the seminar. We'll also pull up a couple of live blogs for you to see. But once you have that blog, what do you blog about? Well, a couple of things. We go ahead and encourage agents to first blog real estate updates, right? No surprise there. You want to brand yourself as that expert in your industry. But a lot of times agents will say to me, well, I have a question. How do I even begin, right? What do I even blog about? Well, how about listen to your audience? They're going to tell you exactly what they want to know. And good bloggers will always first listen to their audience. So think about it. Friends and family probably ask you questions all the time. Hey, what's the market like? Is it still a seller's market or is it starting to shift to a buyer's market? How do I add value to my home? What's a short sale? What's going on with taxes? What's going on with interest rates? I mean, I could go on and on, right? Listen for this, blog it. It's your audience telling you exactly what they want to know. Also, some lifestyle content. It doesn't have to just be, real estate. How about some lifestyle content? Better homes and gardens. Financial advice, do-it-yourself projects, even something as simple as a famous family recipe. I can tell you recently, I've been doing an awful lot of cooking lately. And right now, those recipe blogs are probably doing better than ever with the holiday season, right?
True,
So,
yeah.
so people are always looking what to bring to the holiday party. So my point here is it doesn't have to be fixated just on real estate. Anything that adds value to your audience, make sure you highlight on your blog. How about even listing updates? Look, I know you guys are taking your listings and you're putting them in MLS, which no doubt you should be doing that. But when you put them into MLS, they go into a database. And when it goes into a database, it takes your listing and puts it across 1 million websites at one time instantly. Therefore, it does nothing for your organic SEO value. So instead, what I recommend, take your listing, put it in MLS, but also blog it. Think about that. Now Google and search engines are going to index all these keywords like new listing, open house, sold, change in price, luxury property, commercial, back on market, land, you name it, adding all these keywords, building your SEO. And this is both from buyer and seller. Do you help a buyer find a home? Blog about it. Don't be afraid to outsource. Maybe you're a brand new agent and you have no listings at all right now. Work with your broker. See if there's an agent who has a listing that they're looking for additional property promotion on. Feature that property with that listing agent's permission. I have many agents do this, but very important, add some listing updates, transactional activities, add those real estate rich keywords, and then finally hyperlocal. What's going on in your area community? Charity events, fundraisers, community events. What's going on for the holidays? I'll tell you, here in New York, the lighting of the tree was a big deal, and I went to that, which was pretty exciting. And I posted that on my social media and got some great feedback, right? So my point here is, what's going on in your community? Be that community resource. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Speaking of hyperlocal.
Yeah, one thing I just want to mention, we got a question. Do we send out the recording? I believe that RE Tech does send out the recording for you guys, so there will be a recording here after. But yeah, Steph, another key component to hyperlocal is blogging market update reports, right? This is great to target sellers. Everyone's begging us right now, how do I get more sellers? Well, are you featuring a blog post with a market update? This is information you can pull from your MLS in a matter of seconds and populate it into a blog post with some lead capture for seller leads. Again, we'll pull a live one up here and show you guys some detailed information of what this looks like on a blog. But Steph, why don't you talk to them a little bit about some blogging guidelines?
Yeah, absolutely, guys. So blogging, so important. A lot of you might be like, wow, gosh, I really should start a blog. So a couple guidelines, guys. First and foremost, guys, I will tell you, everything that you're blogging, whether it's hyperlocal, those market reports, your listing updates, new listings sold, open houses, price reductions, real estate information, that lifestyle content, all those are interesting and valuable articles. Listen, all of that is so important, but you've got to be consistent with it. We recommend blogging at a minimum of once per week. Any less than that, and you can actually be penalized in the search engines. Google doesn't want to send users to a dead or inactive blog, and it just doesn't look very professional, right? I don't want to go to your blog and you haven't blogged for 2 years. So keep it active, keep it consistent, minimum of once per week. Always have a photo or a video with your blog. That's going to increase that interest, that engagement, and that click rate. And as far as length, about 3 to 5 paragraphs tends to be the sweet spot. Any more than that, readers tend to disengage. And then so important, guys, that you have some form of lead capture, whether that is a subscribe button, contact me button, a simple sign up form, or even at the very minimum, your information. You always want to make sure there is a way for me to get a hold of you. And of course, for you to get a hold of me. Right. And then lastly, guys, I know all of you are thinking, all right, I'm going to start doing this, but how am I really going to get engagement? How do I get the most eyes on my content? Well, you don't want to just leave all this content sitting on your blog. You want to share it everywhere, right? Dylan, talk to us about the benefit of it. From the blog, sharing it to Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and YouTube and Instagram if it's a photo or a video.
Yeah, so first of all, by sharing across multiple platforms, it's going to help increase your search engine value. Remember, Google's going to see that that blog link is now shared across multiple touch points. Therefore, it must have higher value. You're also going to reach a larger audience. Remember, different demographics on all these social media platforms. So you're going to reach a larger audience, which in turn is going to help develop some top of mind marketing, brand recognition. We talk all the time, Stephanie, about being top of mind to your sphere of influence, your friends, your family, their friends, their family. Is going to help build your business overall. So guys, here's the thing. You got to share your blog across all social platforms to maximize exposure and benefit.
That's right. I mean, you think about it, where is the most traffic and activity on the internet? Social media. That's right. That's right. So important, guys. All right. Well, listen, I know we've given you all a lot of information on blogging. I know you are all just ready to jump out of your seat and start blogging, right? But any further questions, guys, throw them in that chat box. We are happy to get to them, and we're going to try to keep up with them as fast as they're coming in. But again, just a reminder, if you'd like to schedule some time with us one-on-one, type schedule me in the chat box, and we'd be happy to schedule a time with you to meet one-on-one as well. All right, now let's dive into what is still the #1 platform on the internet today, and that is Facebook. Facebook, guys, over 70% of Facebook users are logging in 6 to 10 times a day, with the average time spent between 13 and 20 minutes each visit. It's a whole lot of time being spent on Facebook. I know I'm guilty of it, Dylan. I know you are too, that's for sure. Guys, but this just tells us we've got to be where our audience is, right? And it's really important that for your real estate business that you are utilizing a Facebook business page for your business. You're technically not allowed to use a personal page. I know you're doing it, or you might have done it, or but guys, you can technically get thrown into Facebook jail if you were originating business from a personal page. Make sure you're originating content from your business page. A lot of great opportunities with boosting and ads and tracking and analytics with that as well. So first step, got to have a business page. But on that business page, the key to effective marketing on your Facebook is going to be consistency. Consistency is key. We recommend posting on Facebook and about 2 to 3 times per week to see maximum results. But you've got to be consistent with relevant information. Valuable information. What does that look like? Well, listen, Dylan and I go on agents' Facebook pages every day. And typically on their business page, we see the same type of information, right? New listing, open house, buy with me, sell with me. I love your referrals, market for new listing, open house, new listing. That's great. You should be posting that stuff. But if that's all you're posting, the only people that are going to find that valuable are the people interested in real estate. And let's be honest, the majority of people on your page are not interested in buying or selling right now. For your sake, someday I hope they will be, but right now they're not. So how are you going to remain valuable and keep people engaged, even if they're not interested in real estate? Well, what kind of content is valuable content? Think about everything Dylan just talked about with your blog. All of those lifestyle articles on 5 easy steps to organizing your garage, or top 10 Christmas cookie recipes, or spruce up your curb appeal, or the top 10 things to do in your town for during the holidays, or whatever it might be. All of those articles, guys, that is what people are reading, commenting, sharing, and engaging with all day long on social media, right? You want to provide that value set information. But here's the deal. This is the issue. Agents, they're really starting to get a hold of this concept. And they'll say, Steph, oh yeah, Dylan, I post content all the time to my Facebook. I even pay a company to post content for me. Or my broker pays a company to post content for me. Well, okay, cool. We'll go take a look. Go to their Facebook page. We're scrolling through. They have great content, great articles. But when I look to see where every single one of those articles are from, Inman News, Huffington Post, Back at You Media, Forbes.com, Keeping Current Matters, Circle Picks, Realtor, Zillow. Guys, if I were to click on any one of those articles, where's it going to take me? To them, to Zillow, right? That's the last place you want to send your audience. You're driving traffic away from you, building their SEO, bringing them as the expert, driving traffic to them. Guys, you don't want to do that, right? We want to keep what we call that gated experience. Big companies like Zillow and Realtor have whole departments that all they do is create content for agents. It's good content because their goal is you're going to post it, me, the consumer, I'm going to click on it. It's going to take me to Zillow. They're going to capture me as a lead and maybe sell me back to you next month in a zip code. Yeah. Happens all the time. So to create that gated experience and keep and turn your social media into a super highway to your business, you've got to make sure everything is self-branded. Everything that you're posting is self-branded, meaning it comes from your blog, your domain. You see here on your screen, the left-hand side, choosing the right luxury home location. I click on that, great article. I'm going to myluxurypalmbeach.com. That is this agent's website. That's Allison's actual website. So I went from her Facebook, to her domain, building her SEO, where I can continue reading, branding her as the expert, where there's lead capture. All that business stays with her. All that top of mind stays with her. All that SEO stays with her. Right-hand side, that article is going to countryliving.com. I'm out. So you can see the difference in the value that self-branded content, turning your social media from a toy into a powerful tool. So all of that self-branded information, those blogging articles, all that lifestyle content. Also, you want to be posting photos and videos. Guys, you know, video is everything right now. I want to see your face. I want to hear your voice. I want to see your smile. I want to get to know your community. I want to see the beauty of where you live. Utilize photo and video as a way to connect and engage. Zig Ziglar said it best. People do business with people they like, know, and trust. Photo and video is the best way to build that engagement, guys. Utilize a video showcasing the area that you specialize in. Maybe do a live market report talking about a house that just sold for 30 over asking price. Want to know what your home is worth? I'd love to, connect with you. All of that's going to be so engaging. I have a client of mine that does a video once a week on just random information. Did one on pest control, did one on escrow. I mean, there's so many different things that you can do. Utilize it, put on your social media. Facebook Live, man, yes, it is actually going live. This is a great way for you to engage with people live time when you can't be together in person. I'll tell you what, the past 2 years, there have been more homes bought sight unseen than ever before. Dylan, I know you're one of them.
Yep.
When you got your condo in Miami.
Yes, yeah. The sight unseen, all on Facebook Live. I ended up, it's a little scary walking in the front door, when you go to see it, but it actually worked out good for me. But I'll tell you what, do Facebook Live at your open houses, 30 minutes or so before your open house begins, do a quick video tour walking around. People can instantly engage with you, ask you questions. Hey, turn around, let me see that kitchen again. How powerful is that? I could be sitting on my couch, but yet at the same time be joining you at your open house. So like Steph said,
so
more than ever. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a client of mine, Dylan, here in Tampa, that every Friday, she started this during the pandemic. Every Friday she would do like a live Q&A. And it started with just like her mom and her cousin. And now it's grown and they'll drink their wine. It's become this like happy hour. She's gotten so much business from it. And it's like a thing people look forward to. So utilize it, guys. But all of this that we're posting, all the articles, all the updates, the photos, the videos, the live events, we are truly doing this to tap into one of the most powerful resources you have at your fingertips. Top of mind marketing. Being that first person that people think of when they're ready to buy or sell. Isn't that the whole name of the game of real estate? Guys, if you can crack that code, you are going to be very successful. Marketers say you need to be in front of somebody 25 times before they do business with you. 25 times. You go broke doing that with mailings, right? But where are people 6 to 10 times a day, 13 to 20 minutes each visit? They're on Facebook. Provide value. Build that top of mind so that when I'm ready to buy or sell, you're the name that I think of. Super, super powerful. So we're building our brand, building that recognition, providing value, driving traffic to our business. So important for branding, but we also want to increase lead generation, right? And the way to do that is certainly how you're posting your listings. Dylan, let's dive into that because so many agents we see are not doing it the right way.
Yeah, you got to do it correctly. Most agents are posting their listings incorrectly, right? Maybe some of you are doing this, but you get real excited. You got a brand new listing. You take a bunch of photos, you slap it up all over your Facebook and you put a short description and you type in there like, hey, check out my new listing, 123 Main Street, call me, right? But we always talk, millennials, we're certainly not going to call you. Maybe we'll text you. But the reality is there's no lead capture. You don't even know that I'm looking at your photos. Also, there's not full listing sheet. What if I want to know the taxes? Or maybe it's important to me what the school zone is, right? There's only so much information in a Facebook post. Or maybe I want to search more properties. Maybe I like the home you just posted, but I'm looking for a 3-bedroom, not a 2-bedroom. Can I search more properties from your photos on Facebook? No. So this and so many other scenarios I don't want to have happen to you guys. So important. You post your listings as what we call an optimized Facebook post. Optimized Facebook post. What is it? Probably sounds pretty scary, doesn't it? Well, don't worry, it's not that scary. All it is a link. You all know how to post a link, copy and paste a link right into your Facebook page. By doing that, Facebook will identify it's a link and optimize it for you. So you want to post a link to your website, your blog, or landing page. It really doesn't matter. What matters most is it needs to have lead capture. Number one, no sense in driving me to a landing page if there's no lead capture there, right? Got to have lead capture into a CRM. You're going to have full listing sheet. If I need to learn everything I can about that property and not have to leave that location, and it needs an MLS IDX search. Very important because most of your viewers are probably not going to end up moving forward with that home. However, you pique their interest. You encourage them to search more properties. Like Stephanie said, keep them within that gated experience. So here's an example of one. Tracy, she did a title, a photo. Facebook identified it was a link to her website and populated it into that optimized post. So you guys can kind of see the difference between the two here, right? The one with the red X is how most agents are doing it. They take a bunch of photos, slap it on their Facebook with a short description and a prayer that they get some business out of it, right? Whereas a minor change you can see with that optimized link to your website, blog, or landing page that increases your click rate, builds your organic SEO, builds your branding. There's tracking, there's analytics, lead capture. So you guys can see a minor change in just how you're posting can get you higher results. And I'll tell you what, agents will then take this post and boost it to the areas, towns, or neighborhoods for additional property promotion and transaction opportunities. So do me a favor, guys, if you've done any ads or boosting, type in the chat box. You know, have you done ads? Type in ads. If you've done boosting, type in boosting. If you've done both, type in both. Or if you've done none, type in none. We just want to see, you know, how many of you are familiar with it. But let me tell you, Facebook advertising can be effective when done correctly. The challenge is it can be pretty easy as well to target all the wrong people, right? So we're going to talk about, you know, different types of advertising opportunities in a minute. But of the two forms, it seems like most of you have not done it. So if you're new to it, I suggest start with boosting. Boosting is the easiest and quickest, simplest form to do. You create a post to your business page and you hit the boost button, a big blue button that says boost, and you can target a select audience. Okay. Now, there are limitations if it is housing. It's considered a special category and you do have to follow fair housing laws. But ultimately, there is still some pretty effective targeting that you can do. Now, what I encourage for boosting is to boost your blog posts and boost your optimized listing posts. Okay. You need to have some form of lead capture. Now, the opposite is you can do ads. Ads are much more detailed. Ads are created in the ads manager only, not from a Facebook business page post, but you get a lot more detail. You can do all different objectives, styles, lead capture forms right in Facebook. So since we're doing a social media training overall here today, we're not going to go too deep into Facebook ads, but I want to give you a resource. If you guys want to dive in and start learning how to do ads or boosting effectively, then a great resource for you guys to go ahead and check out is to go to facebook.com/business. Ashley went ahead and put it into our chat box. So go ahead and check that out. Again, facebook.com/business is a great resource. They have a lot of educational trainings and videos for you guys to start utilizing.
Okay. Yeah, awesome. Guys, think about too, just remember with utilizing Facebook boosts and even ads, it's a great way to grow your following. Right. The goal is we want to get as many people as possible to follow us on social media so you can nurture that audience with good, consistent content. So again, boost those sold properties to a 20-mile radius around that street address. Right. Think about that compared to mailings. Just a great way. Anyone who likes it or shares it, you can invite to follow your social media. Just a really, really powerful way to build your following and get more exposure to your property. So love it. Guys, check out that resource.
So we just got a question I'm just going to share. Looks like John Hicks asks, he said he uses his his personal page more than his business page. So how does he capitalize on that? So I just want to add, John, and for the rest of you, to maximize your activity, you need to post everything business oriented on your business page. However, you can certainly share from your business page to your personal page. We all know our that share button. I encourage you to share, maybe not every post, but maybe share every other post on your business page. Maybe those blog posts that you're doing, share from your business to your personal. That will maximize your content, maximize exposure, and then it will also help drive traffic to your page. So good question.
Always share from business to personal, just not the other way around. So think of your business page as where you want it to originate, and then share it over to your personal page. Okay. So guys, I know we're going over a lot of info. Once again, here is my beautiful team. Type schedule me in that chat box. I know several of you have been doing that already, and we're happy to work with you guys more one-on-one, you know, and be able to kind of dive in a little bit deeper personally with your business.
Yeah. Let me just add this, guys. We normally don't do this, but the reason we're going to offer this for RE Tech for you guys, we want to get you guys social media rock stars for 2022. So if you want to take advantage advantage of it. It's free. It's a 30-minute Zoom call with me, Stephanie, one of our other coaches. We'll look at your social media and help get you a marketing strategy for 2022. Okay.
That's right. Man, look at those headshots. Look at that diamond in the rough there. That Stephanie girl, right?
Yeah, look at it. All right. Well, let's keep moving along. I want to talk about Instagram, guys, because here's the truth. Instagram is my favorite, okay? And I'm sure many of you as well. And let me just say this, I'm going to make this statement now. So Steph, just remember I said this. Instagram, I think, is going to take over all other platforms hands down in the future, okay? Not only is it one of the fastest growing, Instagram, took out Snapchat with their stories, and now Instagram's trying to compete with TikTok with their reels. So let me tell you, start investing in this one. It's got a big future ahead of it. So Instagram is a photo and video based platform only. So for that reason, we encourage you for posting your listings, for example, we encourage you to have a banner or call to action header. Okay, since there isn't a link like you can do on Facebook, you want to have some call to action banner, and then you can add a link to your profile page. Now, in order to do this, you'll have to set up your account as a business account. Don't worry, if you haven't set it up as a business account, you can switch it to a business account by simply going into your settings and click switch to business account. But you want to be putting little short 15-second videos. Maybe what's the highlight of your property? If your property has a stunning kitchen, take a quick video of it. Or maybe it's got a great view of the city skyline. Take a quick video of that. Show that 15 seconds, the highlight of your property. Or even photos or videos that showcase you and your business, right? People like to see what the life of an agent is, right? I watch Selling Sunset all the time, right? So I love to pretend and see what your guys' lifestyle is like, right? Maybe a little different than what yours might be, but ultimately here's the ultimate goal. People like to connect and see that aspect of you, okay? And then Instagram stories as well. Instagram stories get the most engagement. So an Instagram story is a photo or video that is populated to the story of your day and disappears within 24 hours. But the benefit of these is they get the highest engagement. In fact, 1 in 4 Instagram stories results in a direct message in your Messenger app. So if we're trying to get more conversations, trying to engage with our sphere more, stories is a great way to do it on Instagram.
Yeah, absolutely. So powerful, guys. So definitely make sure with Instagram, you have that business profile as well. Facebook does own Instagram. Now, as the resident non-millennial, I know you guys are shocked by that. I do have a filter on my Zoom. I am really starting to get a little bit more involved with my Instagram. Sometimes I'm guilty as charged, Dylan, being active on all the others and lacking on my Instagram, but you inspire me, and definitely getting more involved with that. But LinkedIn, this is my baby. This is what I love, guys, because it is your business platform. It is an awesome opportunity for you to net with other business professionals, both in and outside of your industry. And they're buying and selling homes, right? This is a huge platform to connect with potential buyers and sellers, and it has incredibly high SEO, meaning if you have a LinkedIn profile, whether you're active on it or not, most real estate agents have a platform, but are not consistently posting that to that activity log. But if I Google your name, it's going to be one of the first things that comes up. So do you think you need to have your best foot forward on this platform? Absolutely. So everything that you're posting to your business page, you should also be posting to LinkedIn, right? All those business updates, all that real estate information, all that lifestyle content, those market reports, your listing updates, the photos, all of that. You want to make sure, of course, always self-branded, always optimized. So we're turning LinkedIn into another super highway to the front door of your business. And guys, do not discredit connecting with other agents on this platform. It is the #1 agent-to-agent referral platform on the internet. I am telling you, my clients that start engaging and start posting consistently to LinkedIn are blown away by how much referral business they get. Here in Tampa, a lot of my agents here do a lot of business agent-to-agent referrals with Miami, South Florida, Spanish speaking. I mean, there's just so many opportunities, guys. Definitely connect with other agents, open yourself up for those big referrals, build that top of mind with business professionals, and be pulled to the top of Google and the search engines by having this platform active. So Really, really important. So speaking of millennials, I'll pass the buck right back to you, Dylan, here. Talk about Twitter, which I am a tweeter. So I'm not that far gone here.
Yeah, well, look, millennials, we love Twitter and Instagram, but the value of Twitter is Twitter has extremely high SEO. You ever do a Google search, almost always somewhere on that Google search results page is a Twitter account. So it's a great place to connect with that next generation of first-time homebuyers. In fact, millennials, we've never had a bigger market than we do right now with first-time homebuyers. NAR released a stat recently, over 50% of home sales or mortgages applied to came from millennials. So we've got to start thinking, how can you connect with us? And like you said, Steph, we're going to Google you. Even if a millennial is referred to use you as an agent, we're going to Google you. And if I don't find you online or you're not on any social media, I'm going to tell you from a millennial, that's a problem, right? My concern, are you up to date with the technology or anything like that? So Twitter is a great place to be. Now, unlike Facebook, you do not need to have a business versus personal page. In fact, you can combine all your personal and business updates under one profile. Now, I say that as long as you're not an agent that gets in, online Twitter wars or political debates or anything like that. Because if you're that agent, then I might suggest build a separate Twitter account. But for most of you, combining it all into one. Now, Twitter is a limited character count, so you want to make sure that you just post links to your website, links to your blog posts. Stephanie and I talked about links to your listing activities, or any photos or videos that Stephanie talked about on Facebook is appropriate for your Twitter as well. Now, you want to be posting here about 2 to 3 times per week as well. However, if you have a lot to say, this is going to be your best friend. You can actually post here 2 to 3 times a day even, and that's perfectly fine with Twitter's etiquette. But my favorite aspect about this is Twitter is extremely shareable. Mm-hmm. So let me give you an example. Let's say you did a blog on childproofing your home and you posted it to your Twitter account and it's getting a lot of activity. So all of a sudden, one of your followers is a mother and she says, hey, I love this blog about childproofing your home. They hit the retweet button. Now, for those of you who are not familiar, when you hit retweet, it takes your tweet, your blog, and posts it to all of their followers. Now, remember, their followers are completely different than yours. So you can see by clicking a button, you can reach hundreds or potentially thousands of people. Really, really powerful stuff, guys. So any questions with any of these, type them into that chat box. Again, we're going to try to make sure we get those questions answered. But Steph, I want to talk here real quick about YouTube, because here's the thing. YouTube is, other than Instagram, is my personal favorite. So let me ask you guys this. Let's see if this group gets it. I actually did a training this morning and the group did not get it. So let's see if this group can get it. Guys, in the chat box, take a guess who you think owns Twitter. Take a guess. But not I use Twitter. YouTube. YouTube. I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on the past. YouTube, right? So think about this first. Who views it? Let's see if they can get it. But I can tell you this. Nope, not Facebook. You got it. Yep, you guys got it. Awesome. Google, great job, guys. Google owns it. It's the second largest search engine, third most visited website on the internet, extremely high SEO, high usage, and it's free. Do you think you should be here? Yeah, I think
someone said Zillow. I was going to say, guys, if Zillow owned YouTube, we wouldn't be talking about it right now.
Yeah, right. Luckily, no, it's owned by Google. But here's the thing. This is a video-based platform, so it's used for like video updates. It's not like photos or blog posts. So what I see agents do the most are listing virtual tours. Now, here's what I can tell you. It doesn't matter to Google how you do those videos, whether you take a bunch of still pictures and stitch them together, whether you have a team of photographers do lights, drones, cameras, action, or you just take your smartphone and do a walking tour. What matters most is you add the title and the description. So here is some suggestions. Right in the title, have the street address. People Google street addresses all the time. My clients get their videos found in street address searches. Or educational videos. Guys, you don't have to reinvent the wheel here. Do a community video, or maybe do one based off your blog. So if you do a blog on childproofing your home, do a video review of that article. Hey, everybody, just did a blog on childproofing your home. Here are the 3 takeaways. The link is in my bio. When you combine your content, you get higher results. Or how about client testimonials? How many of you are doing these? Guys, talk about content. Have your past clients do a quick 30-second video of your services. With their permission, upload that to all your social media. Now you're creating branding, trust, authenticity. Whatever kind of video you're creating though, guys, don't just keep it on your YouTube. Post it to your website, your blog, your Facebook, your Twitter, your LinkedIn. More places you share it, the higher SEO and branding you're going to receive.
That's right. So, so important, guys. Now, everything we've been talking about here today, right? I said, we want to turn our social medias to super highways, driving traffic to the front door of your business, which is your website. So let's talk about it. This is the central place for you to be found on the internet. This is the front door, your online fingerprint, and the centerpiece to all online lead generation. But unfortunately, most agents are saying they're getting little to no activity, let alone any business from their website. And guys, you should be getting business from your website. So what's going on? Let's take a look at it. So with your website, first and foremost, make sure you have the kind of website that is that client resource that I can search for properties freely and privately right here from my phone and only ever find you. Right? I should be able to have that portal into you. I want you to have like your own independent Zillow, right? I want your website to be like your own Zillow. So I never have to use another portal. And of course, guys, there's the portability issue of that. A lot of times agents have a website, but oftentimes it is broker provided. And whereas most brokers do provide a website, you can certainly take that, but you don't want to rely solely on that website. Think about it. If you were to ever leave that brokerage, of course, what would happen to it? You lose it, right? You lose all your content, all your SEO, all your branding. You've got to start all over again, right? And what sets you apart from you and anyone else in your office, right? You might have a different headshot and a prettier, a different bio, but on the back end, it's the same as everyone else. What is going to make your site unique over anyone else that has that same site? So you want to invest in your own independent website that goes where you go, grows as you grow, have your own independent CRM system with that protected database, because that is your bread and butter. And it really comes down to static versus dynamic. A static website is just kind of sitting in the search engines like a ton of bricks, right? Most broker provided websites, most real estate websites are static. They're just sitting in the search engines getting no traffic and activity. So how do we have a dynamic website? How do we drive traffic and activity and make your website lead generating? Well, you've got to attach it to what has the most traffic and activity on the internet. Think about everything we've been talking about: blogging, social media, right? You guys see right here, online marketing starts with blogs and integration. Take a photo of this, Dylan, kind of walk them through what this looks like.
Yeah, look, we've been talking about this all class. You have your website, it's portable, goes wherever you go, like Stephanie said, but inside that website should be that embedded blog where you're going to put all your content, right? Anytime you add a blog or content, forces Google to read and index and analyze that site, looking at your keywords, increasing your activity. Then you share it to your Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, all your social platforms. But you notice if I click it, where does it take me back to, guys? Back to your website. So this is called linking and backlinking, taking one piece of information, sharing across multiple touch points, always drive me back to one central location. Guys, this is great for SEO development, online marketing. It's great for social media branding and awareness and content. It's great for top of mind marketing, all ultimately driving more traffic and lead generation for you online.
Yeah, so you guys see that difference, having a static website versus a dynamic lead generating website. Again, it's going to bring you that organic lead generation, right? And then of course, guys, think about this. Think about how this can set you up for success at a listing appointment. Take a photo of this slide. Dylan and our clients call this the moneymaker slide, because I want you to be able to be prepared when you're getting those listing appointments to be able to say, listen, I'm going to advertise your listing on social media by featuring it as a featured property on my website, blog about it on my real estate blog, promoting it on my business page, posting it to my LinkedIn and my activity feed, tweeting about your property on my Twitter. Oh, by the way, I'm going to create a video, putting it on my YouTube channel, sharing it to all of my social media. Do you think your clients would appreciate this? You bet. This is what the industry demands. This is what your clients demand. And this is truly what is going to set you apart from other agents. It really, really is. I want you to not be a good agent. I want you to be a great agent. And by having an amazing dynamic online presence is going to literally change your business. So with that being said, guys, we've been focusing the majority of our class here today, again, on free side of traffic and activity, that strong branding and social media. Now let's kind of pivot. How can we now take our business to that next level, especially when online leads have increased exponentially in the past 2 years? Shouldn't shock us, right? Everything's online. So what's the best place to invest? Right? Well, there's really kind of two major paid sources of online lead generation. There's your search-based marketing, like through Google, and then there's your interruption-based marketing, like with Facebook ads. Now, both are similar in the sense of we are actually targeting through ad campaigns online, but with Facebook, what you're doing is you're actually interrupting what the user is doing. I'm on Facebook looking at pictures of my kid's birthday party, and up pops an ad. Want to know what your home is worth? Click here for a free home valuation, right? So although these ads are fairly inexpensive, because I'm not asking for that information, there's a very low conversion on these type of leads, right? So high volume, get a ton of clicks, but it's very, very low converting. Now, whereas Google ads, this is a whole new ballgame. This is search-based marketing. People are actually going onto Google and typing keywords such as, what is my home worth in XYZ? Tips for selling my home in XYZ, real estate in XYZ, waterfront properties in XYZ. They're asking for that information, right? So you're going to get less leads, much higher conversion, a little bit more expensive, but again, we all know we want to get those high converting leads. So though both can bring you some benefit, especially with Facebook, as far as gaining your following, what we recommend when you're really putting together your plan for 2022, whatever your budget is to invest in your online marketing, I would say dump about 90% of your ad spend into Google ads, maybe about 10% into your Facebook through boosting and things like that. But right now, more than ever before, has Google. I mean, Dylan, what was that stat that we got from NAR about that 950% increase?
Yeah, I've shared it earlier, the 950%.
Oh,
yeah.
I was gonna say, I thought you did, but yeah, that's huge to me, guys, right? When keywords such as, tips for selling a home or whatever have increased that much, you've got to have a fingerprint there. And you have to remember, lead generation, we've got to do everything we can to be able to capture people, grow our list, and increase repeat and referral business. So being that this is the highest traffic of potential leads for your business right now, let's explore it. So PPC, search-based ads, this is how it works. Keywords are purchased on your behalf, and from those keywords, ad campaigns are created on behalf of the agent and pulled to the top of Google and the search engines, right? So I'm typing Ann Arbor real estate, ad comes up, I click on it. A lot of times when people do these ads, they'll send you directly to your website. You don't want to do that yet. We want to get more information, right? I want to have as much information as possible and put them through a multi-step process before they even get to me so I can qualify the information. So what you want to do is ideally send them to an unbranded but geo-targeted squeeze page system. I want to know, do they own, do they rent, are they pre-qualified, what's their price point, their social channels. We want to get as much information as possible. With sellers, for example, I want to access that street address. I want to access public record data. I want to put them through a home valuation process so that they actually raise their hand and want to speak to an agent. Right? How valuable is that to be able to capture 20, 30, 40, 50 leads every single month of people asking for that information, right? So really important, guys, that you have that Google footprint. People are online, they're searching, and they're building their list through these. You don't want to miss out. Now, can't talk about lead generation without talking about the big dogs. Dylan, kind of briefly run us through the differences between the Zillows and the realtors and all of that, and actually investing in PPC.
Yeah, I'm going to do a quick recap just because I know we're almost on time. But guys, ultimately, the reason we don't necessarily want to only invest in like some of these big companies is they're very competitive, right? So because they're very competitive, it's very expensive and not always a great return on investment. And the reason these Zillows and Realtor.coms are not good for return oftentimes is they're non-exclusive. So the lead is shared with multiple agents. So, and you can only target people seen on that platform. So if you're paying for Zillow and I use realtor.com, you're never going to get me. Now compare it to the PPC ads, search engine ads that Stephanie talked about. You got a broader audience. You know, Google and Facebook alone is the largest audience in the internet, therefore much more affordable, flexible pricing. And the lead goes to you. It's not like Google gives you a lead, and if you don't get to it fast enough, they take it away. So guys, look, here's what we're saying. We're not saying one's better versus the other, but I really want you guys to see the enormous value of having your online presence, investing in high converting, high valued, high intent leads here today. Okay.
Yeah. And then from those leads, guys, so important that you're engaging in systems and processes to be able to nurture those leads, including having a strong CRM system with a protected database where you can automate responses, automate marketing that's going out. Listen, you can't be a one-man show, right? Not when you're trying to grow in this industry. Make sure you have systems like email marketing, text campaigns, so you can stay in front of your audience in a meaningful way. So to wrap things up, guys, before we go into how we can help you with this, what is the secret? What would you guys say is the secret to a successful social media marketing and online lead generation? You know, what do you guys think that is? If you want to throw it in the chat box, let's see how we did here today. What do you guys think is the secret to all of this? Right? I know, I knew it. That's always first guess. Linda says consistency. Yes, I'm glad we drove home that point. Yes, consistency is huge, huge, huge. And so Dylan, share with us what we really, really need to take home today.
Yeah, guys, here's the ultimate reality, right? It is all these components you guys are putting in there, consistency, content, but it comes down to leverage, right? Gary Keller said it best: leverage, 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 leveraging your time, leveraging your systems and automation so you're consistent. So you're basically growing your list with consistent marketing while leveraging both organic and paid traffic, while at the same time engaging your sphere of influence with automated systems and processes to ultimately help you increase your repeat and referral business. That's it, guys. If you're working smarter, not harder. Okay.
Right.
You know, the reality is most agents are that transactional agent. They're working harder from transaction to transaction. You know, you look at the top 20% of agents, they're consistent. So let's go ahead, Steph, show them that next slide. I got a question for the group, guys. Go ahead and type into the chat box. You know, does everybody agree with us that online and social media marketing is essential for the real estate business? Are we in agreement here? You know, especially for 2022, now more than ever. What's your opinions? Guys, I would agree. I would actually say argue now more than ever. The past 2 years, we learned just how important our social media is. Well, what's the challenge? Most agents struggle because they don't have the time, right? We talked about this. They have all the best intentions, or they're not efficient in it. Agents post here, they post there, but they struggle, or they don't know the knowledge. They don't even know how to do Google ads. They might know how to sell a house with their eyes closed, but when it comes to Google ads, there's a challenge, or even how to optimize it. There's agents who post there and there, but they don't have lead capture. So look, guys, we've gone over almost an hour here today of educational, actionable ways for you guys to start really maximizing your online presence for the new year. But for those of you who need a little bit more help, need a little bit more assistance, or are looking for an automated system to leverage your time, how would it sound if I told you guys that Elevate could actually do absolutely everything for you so you never had to worry or stress about social media or lead gen ever again? How would that sound? Pretty good. Well, Steph,
I'll make the face of when we're in front of people, they're like, oh my God.
Exactly. Steph, go ahead and share the screen for me for a second, but I'm excited to share with you guys our entire system here, because here's the thing. We're going to actually do an end of season discount here and a special pricing for you guys for RE Tech for joining us. So stick around. If you would like a one-on-one demo though with me or Stephanie to learn about the system, you can type in demo. But a quick recap, guys. First thing we're going to do is we're going to build you a website. Remember, this is your own independent website, portable wherever you go. We're going to work with you on colors, pictures, logos, layouts, designs, but the site itself is going to have full IDX integration. So customers can go here, search properties. They're only ever going to find you. And when we pull up the property, it's branded to you. All the photos will populate from the MLS. full listing sheet information. We'll put it as an aerial view. We'll put similar homes in the area. We'll put sold homes in the area, giving an idea of what homes are selling for at what price point. Local school and community information for every single listing. And again, all your contact information. But our lead capture, guys, this is so important. Whether they favorite a property on your website or click one of our social posts, we're going to capture them and put it into our CRM. Our CRM is going to manage your leads. It's going to protect your leads. It's going to set them up on listing update alerts. It's going to have behavioral tracking analytics to tell you what leads are hotter versus colder. We have a full, robust email marketing campaign system. Guys, you don't need a MailChimp or Constant Content anymore. We actually create all the content for you. Hundreds and thousands of emails preset, happy anniversaries, happy birthdays, happy holidays, quarterly, monthly newsletters, you name it, preset, ready to go. And even texting, guys. You don't have to do any of it. The moment we get a lead into your system, immediately our system will begin texting that lead as if we are you. Okay, creating that conversation where you can pick it up. But what really makes our site so unique and special, and something that I really am so excited to share with you, is we actually add an integrated blog inside your website. Now, remember, the key to consistency, SEO development, all of this comes from content creation and consistency. And that's where most agents fall short. So you can see here, Martha looks like she's pretty actively posting, isn't she? She's actually doing none of it. We do it entirely for her team. So we blog weekly articles, real estate news, tips, tricks, financial advice. And we have an algorithm system decide which agents get which blogs. So you guys will never get the same blog, same day, same time as anybody in your office or area. But you can see we're adding keywords, home selling. We're adding creative, timeless design, home security, financial assistance. Now you can delete these. If you didn't want to talk about home security systems, you could delete it. Don't know why you would, but you could. You can also edit them. How about this one about financial assistant programs? Maybe you have a lender in your area that you want to go ahead and recommend a financial advisor. You could go in here and recommend your lender here. I'm sure they would love that, right? So you can personalize your content. In addition to that, we're also going to blog for you your market update reports. So you choose the areas and we're going to brand you as the local community expert, populating all the information from the MLS. So median home sold, days on market, and some seller lead capture opportunities. Guys, when we capture a seller lead, we put them into a seller texting and email campaign. You're doing nothing. Gosh, talk about being that hyper local expert here, right?
You do have to go to the listing appointment. We'll get you there, but you've got to go. We can't go for you.
Yeah, we can't do everything, right? But now, in addition to that, we're also going to blog for you your transactional activities. So guys, anytime you have any new listing, open house, sold, price change, status change, both buyer and seller, instantly, we're going to blog that for you. Guys, you can see here right in the title, we're adding the title with the street address, full description from the MLS, keywords for Google purposes, zip code, area, property type, and some lead capture into that full CRM. You're doing nothing. Guys, we don't stop there. We take all this great content, we post it to all your social platforms. So Facebook business page, you don't have one, we'll build one for you. You can see here, Allison looks like she's this proactive social media guru. She's doing none of it. All right, she's a great agent. She'd be fine if we said this. I can tell you what, right here, green countertop options for your home. If I click this on Allison's Facebook, it's going to drive me back to Allison's website, driving traffic to her, building her click rate, her branding. Same thing with her transactional activities. Anytime she gets any new listing, open house, sold, transactional activity, we do that optimized post automatically, driving me back to her website and CRM. We're going to post to your LinkedIn. Remember, LinkedIn is a business network. It's one of the first things to come up. If you're not active in it, we're going to change that. We're going to post your activity log, all those new listings, open houses, sold. Same thing with Twitter. You're all going to become tweeters. So we're going to tweet for you automatically all your content creation there for you, as well as YouTube. YouTube is owned by Google. We're going to build you a channel, but automatically generate for you YouTube virtual tours. So we'll take all the pictures, we'll stitch them together, we'll add some music. We have 14 pieces of music to choose from. I'm going to pause it because I don't want to compute the music here, but you get the idea. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add the title with the street address, full description, your contact information, and a link on a Google-owned video back to your website. Remember that, linking and backlinking, building your SEO. when we create this video for you automatically, we're going to post it to your website, blog, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. All you're doing is put it in MLS. So, I mean, we're talking about,
anyway.
yeah, you're doing anyways. So guys, we're talking about some pretty incredible stuff here. So Steph, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. You go ahead and go over the pricing, because guys, since you joined us here with RE Tech, we're going to go ahead and provide some incredible discounts here for you. So Steph,
Yes.
take it away.
I know you guys are all thinking like, all right, this is awesome for me to not have to do anything, guys. What's this going to cost me? We got you covered, guys, with everything we've been talking about here today. The website, the blog, the CRM, the automation, the integration, the MLS updates, you name it, everything is included in our DMS digital marketing solution. Now, normally this program costs $300 a month. We are giving you all a discount for only $200 a month by joining us here with RE Technology today. And are you ready for this? We are extending our Cyber Monday special to all of you here today, where you can start and have your first month for only $1. That's it. $1, make you holler. Guys, join us in the chat box. If you would go ahead and type in DMS, if you are excited to automate your online presence. Now, for those of you who want to put your own blogs, your own content out there in your own hyperlocal area, remember, our system is designed to make it easy for you. Put on your blog, automatically it'll go to all your social platforms. That's all included. So type DMS in that chat box. We will lock you into our coupon code for our RE Technology here today. Dylan or I will call you this afternoon, get you guys all set up for the $1 deal, and then lock you in. After month 1, you'll only have that $200 a month, okay? But we're going to give you guys that Cyber Monday deal here today. Now,
so just a side note before we move on to the lead gen, guys, all you got to do is type into that DMS into that chat box, and then we will reach out to you to discuss this program with you. It's not like you're signing up or committing to anything right there. By typing in DMS, it shows that you have interest in it, and you'll get this discounted rate that we're honoring here today. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Just self-identify so we know exactly what you guys are looking for, and we will lock your name into that deal. Now, for those of you who are like, all right, this sounds great. I love it. I want my online presence looking amazing and my social media automated, but I also want leads. I really want to take my business to that next level and have that Google fingerprint. We're going to take care of that for you. So we're going to do advanced lead generation through paid advertising on Google, targeting buyers and sellers in your area, creating those ad campaigns and purchasing those keywords on your behalf, providing exclusivity. You will have an exclusive lead license. No one else will get your leads. You will not compete for the leads. All of it is included. We'll create the ad campaigns, like I said, purchase and target the keywords. We will put your potential leads through an automated system called Smart Path Leads, so we get as much information as possible, and then we are going to send those leads to you. Guys, you do not have to worry about not getting proper information. 100% of your buyers are going to have an email. 100% of your sellers are going to have street addresses. These are things that I've heard before that people have invested and didn't get that very basic information. We guarantee it. We also are going to be able to guarantee a certain amount of leads every single month through Google Analytics. We're going to be able to lock you in on a price and on a quantity of leads. So here are our different levels based on what you are looking to take on this 2022. So our DMS Plus is part of the DMS Black Friday deal or Cyber Monday deal. Our DMS Plus is the DMS plus 5 to 10 leads every single month in your area. Our program is normally for this $500 a month. We're doing it for you guys for only $300 a month total. This is in addition to the DMS. This is not on top of or instead of. This is the DMS plus 5 to 10 leads every single month. $1 to start. Only $1 for your first month, and then $300 a month for months 2 through 6.
So a couple of things. Number one, I've got to say that this is like the best deal we've ever done. And I really mean this. $1 for 5 to 10 guaranteed leads. I've never heard of that. It's less than a cup of coffee, and you'll have a couple of clients you can go get.
I have several cups of coffee. I could have several DMS pluses for my cup of coffee at Starbucks.
But I just want to add some things, Steph, here. Number one, the DMS Plus includes the ad spend. A lot of companies will charge an ad spend fee and then a platform fee. The DMS Plus comes with those 5 to 10 leads plus the DMS package plus the ad spend, guys. So $1 your first month, incredible. I can't even believe that. And then after that, you'll be locked in at that 300 price point. It will not go to the 500 price point that you see online. Okay. Now let's talk about Elite, because, you know, if you're serious about lead gen and you're ready to rock and roll for 2022, the full lead gen programs are elites. DMS Plus is like entry level into leads. The Elite is high volume. So we have a buyer program and we have a buyer and seller program. So the Elite buyer program, normally $1,200 a month. That's going to get you the website, blog, social media, all that. Also get you an Elite coach that you're going to work with one-on-one consistently to be effective and utilize your system. But you're getting 20 to 30 leads. You're getting 3 to 4 times guaranteed per month compared to the DMS Plus. Now, to get that program, that is normally $1,200. They're discounting that to $750. Okay, but we want to honor you a free month for this one as well. So with this one, we're going to give you a free month split between two. So month 1 is going to be 50% off for $375. Month 2 will be $375. After you've gotten 40 to 60 leads into that pipeline, it will then go to the $750 price point. So you're getting that free month over a 2-month time frame. But guys, this is a massive amount of lead gen for you to really build that pipeline and proactively work that pipeline for January. Now,
yeah, I will tell you guys though, just so you know, our Elite products are very competitive, first come, first serve. If you are thinking about getting a lead license for the 20 to 30 leads, and then Dylan will talk about the bundle, type Elite in that chat box. We will make sure first come, first serve. If you want to have one of those lead licenses, they are very, very competitive before we go on waiting list. So just, yeah, Dylan, you could talk about the seller program as well, but type Elite in that chat box.
Yeah, and let me just mention this for you guys as well. The Elite bundle is especially the one that's probably the most competitive, because this one comes with buyer and seller. And as you guys know, there's only so many buyers and sellers out there. So this is a limited quantity, but we get you a guaranteed set of buyers and a guaranteed set of sellers. So you get about 40 to 60 leads per month. Okay, so half of those are sellers. So the only way to get sellers is through our bundle. That is normally a $2,000 price point. We're discounting that again to $1,200 per the RE Tech, but we're doing an additional 50% off your first 2 months. So month 1, $600, month 2, $600, and then month 3 and on, after you have 120 leads into those pipelines, half buyer, half seller, it will then go to the $1,200 and lock at that price point.
Absolutely, guys. And you have to remember, these are all Google derived. These are not Facebook leads. Remember that these are more expensive, yes. However, you're talking about a much higher conversion rate. You know, Google leads convert between 3.5 and 5.5%. That is huge. And then, of course, you have our nurturing system in the back end. So my clients will always say, gosh, you know, I'll look 3 months from now and realize that, you know, I closed 2 or 3 from those first 30 or 40. And then it kind of goes from there. So definitely, this is very, very high volume, intent-based lead generation. And we are digging into our pockets to make the barrier to entry nothing, right? We're going to make it so inexpensive for you guys to start, whether you want to engage with the dollar deal for the DMS Plus, huge opportunity there. Or again, for the lead licenses for these elites, type in Elite, type in bundle, type in leads, just let us know so we can make sure we don't have to give you the phone call of, oh, sorry, I'm on a waiting list, but we will take care of you guys. Listen, if you are struggling with dividing your time, right? If you're feeling every day like, my goodness, I wish I could clone myself because I can't be behind a computer screen all day long. But really, I want to be out there negotiating deals and writing contracts. We're going to help you. We want to take this part off of your plate. We want to provide you with a consistent funnel so that you can do what you do best, which is be with people and get out there and do business. So we're going to make
one thing
easy for you.
We've got some questions coming in and stuff, so I got to make sure we help out. So a couple of things, guys. This is a 6-month commitment. Okay. Typically, we ask for a year commitment. We're going to honor here for you guys only a 6-month commitment. So that means after 6 months, you can cancel anytime. Although we have an incredibly high renewal rate. Our renewal rate last year was 82%. So, you know, percentage-wise, if it works, you keep the program going. It's an incredible platform. So 6-month commitment. Now, a couple other things I want to mention here for you guys. If you aren't really sure which direction you want to go, but you see value in this, you can type in leads into that chat box. Again, we're going to reach out to you and talk to you about options for leads. Or maybe you're undecided, you're not sure if you want to start the DMS or what. You can type in undecided. Don't worry, you're not making a commitment here today. We're just want to know who wants to take advantage of the discounts that we're honoring for today. And then we will go ahead and reach out to you, either Stephanie and or I. So just to recap the pricing, the DMS is being discounted to a crazy $1 for your first month, and then locked in at that 200 price point. Now, if you want some leads, the DMS Plus gets you 5 to 10 leads. Again, that's $1 as well. And then after that, it'll be the $300 price point you'll be locked in at. And then finally, if you're looking for full lead gen, rock and roll, we're talking about 20 to 30 leads per month. That is going to be the $375, okay, for your first 2 months, getting you a free month over a 2-month period of time, okay?
And just so you guys know that within our 6 months, guys, we don't do big, long annual contracts. We believe very firmly that you should reevaluate your online marketing every 6 months. But if you decide, you do the DMS Plus, you're getting those 5 to 10 leads and you want to upgrade, if we have a lead license available at any time, you can always upgrade. Or let's say you decide to do the 40 to 60 leads and you're like, oh, it's just too many. Well, the coach in me would say to refer them out, but you can say, you know what, I've been getting, the 40 to 60 and I've been doing the buyer seller, but I really am doing well with the buyers. You can always get downgrade to just the buyer program or whatever. You're flexible within your programs. We can upgrade you at any time. I don't want you guys to feel like this is what you're stuck at. We want to make sure that we are gearing this the best to match your needs and to match the level of volume that you're ready to take on.
All right. So guys, hey, we're a little bit over time, but we want to thank all of you guys. There's all of our contact information up here. Don't hesitate to reach out to us if you have any questions. If there are any lingering questions that we did not catch, because there was a lot coming into that chat box, we had our panelists try to make sure we got all those questions answered. If there's anything lingering that you want to discuss, go ahead and type it into that chat box. We would love to get all those questions answered. But guys, those of you who typed in a program or service, we're looking forward to getting you rock and roll and getting your online presence ready, getting you some systems and processes so you can leverage your time and turn 2022 into the best year yet for you. So thank you guys so much.
Yes, guys, thank you so much. We're really here to be a resource to you guys and really help you. Like Dylan said, have the best year. Let's make 2022 the best one.
Thanks so much. Nice to see you, Stephanie.
Awesome. We're gonna keep the chat box up for a little bit. Make sure we got all the information. So Mike, if you can keep us live for a few minutes until our panelists say that we're all set. Just want to make sure we get everybody's contact information. If you're looking for DMS or leads or product, make sure we have your phone number and your email. And Dylan and I will call you soon. Have a great one, guys.
Guys, Happy New Year and take care. Bye-bye.
Happy New Year, happy holidays.